Hey guys, we're Conditions.
And you're watching Bay Area Rocks.
You're watching Bay Area Rocks, and I'm Bassy, Stacy, and I'm here with the band Conditions. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Alex, I play guitar.
And I'm Brandon, I sing in the band.
Great. Can you give me a little bit of history and how you guys got together as a band?
Yeah, we played in various bands around our hometown in Richmond, Virginia. My old band played with his old band in high school, whatever.
Yeah,
And
the scene was very, very close-knit, so
Yeah.
we like every Friday night it was his band, our band, and two other bands. It was just basically, it's the same circles every weekend. And we got to know each other like that, and when our bands back then kind of disbanded and broke up, our other guitar player kind of masterminded the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he tried to make like a Richmond supergroup almost, and we had been already good friends, so it just easily kind of came together, and we started playing music, and we're here today.
Yeah.
Sweet. So how'd you get the name Conditions?
It comes from a quote from a composer, and the quote is, the essential conditions of everything you do must be choice, love, and passion. And we wanted a pretty simple band name, small, short, whatever, so we went with Conditions out of that, and yeah.
You guys have gotten a lot of coverage for being like a new band. I mean, you've been together, 4 years or something?
4 years, yeah.
About 4 years. So how do you feel about getting all of a sudden so much coverage and so much, acknowledgement for your music?
It's amazing. I mean,
course,
we've been grinding it out, whether it was this band for the 4 years that we've been together, or like we said, our previous bands giving it a shot. Like we've been grinding it out, working as hard as we can for years now. So for things to really start feel like they're progressing and paying off, like we're all just so happy and grateful, and we couldn't be in a better spot. We're happy with everything we got, all the people we have surrounded by us, our management, label, booking, everybody. We love our team, and we're just stoked to keep going.
Just trying to act accordingly, basically. Yeah, because we're pretty selfish with our music. We make it for ourselves first. It's definitely, we're a band that is insanely just artistic expression before anything else. And of course, it's not like we're assholes. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
It's not like we're assholes and don't want people to listen to our music. We're flattered all the time when we gain a new fan. We just would much rather them be affected before they put our poster on the wall. Because for us, this is real. Every lyric is to get it out of our head so we can sleep better at night. So. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your new album, Fluorescent Youth. Can you tell me how you came up with the name and what exactly is the subject matter that you're going for in the album?
Of course, yeah. Well, we went into the studio with 4 or 5 songs done, so a little less than half of the record we knew we wanted to make, and I had to do a lot of the writing in the studio, which has kind of always been our track record. But as the words came out of me, I really realized that a lot of it had to do with the importance of youth and the trials and tribulations of how, I guess, it's going to shape who you are till you're dead. So how important youth is, and I guess with that swimming in my head, I had a dream one night, and I woke up from that dream. Well, I guess I should explain the dream first. The dream was I was holding something insanely bright in my hand, and I knew kind of subconsciously that it was my youth. And I guess I was, I woke up from that and I was like, wow, what does that mean? And I was like, kind of fluorescent. I couldn't really, I guess, put a name on how bright it was, but fluorescent came to mind first. And I was like, fluorescent youth, kind of mulling it over. And brought it to the other guys when they woke up, and everybody eventually liked it, and we went with that because we thought that it really fit the overlaying themes of it was just every song is about youth. Every single song is about the trials and tribulations of youth and how important it is, because it is going to shape who you're going to be for the rest of your life. So, yeah.
How old are you guys? I just wanted to know myself, actually.
Absolutely. No,
Old enough.
Yeah, to know better.
Old enough.
24.
No, yeah, and I just turned 25 on March 8th, so I just had a birthday.
So what festivals have you guys played? I know you played Warped Tour. How was that? And what other festivals have you played, and what festivals do you want to play?
Oh, man.
Love Warped Tour.
It's the best, worst time ever.
Yeah.
In a band with a van and trailer, it's insanely hard because you do all the driving, and those drives are definitely designed for buses. Yeah,
Long.
overnight drives. So somebody's not getting sleep, and it's tough. But
It's the best.
we grew up going to Warped Tour.
Yeah.
It's almost like a staple. You have to do Warped Tour if you're a band. So we loved Warped Tour. We've played Bamboozle.
We're doing Bamboozle again here in May.
Uh-huh.
We're so excited for that. We get to play the same day as, I don't know, a lot of people care, but we really loved Further Seems Forever growing up. And they're doing a reunion as their original lineup with, Chris from Dashboard Confessionals singing again. So that's pretty rad. So we're
geeked
stoked
out about
for that.
We're very, very happy.
And
about
Lil
that.
Wayne in the same day.
Yeah.
So
Lil Wayne. There you go. There you have it.
So yeah, we're stoked for Bamboozle this year, and then other stuff. I mean, there's a long list of stuff. We really want to get some more some overseas spots like Soundwave in Australia, and Reading and Leeds would be like a dream come true. And,
Absolutely.
stuff like
we're
that.
chomping at the bit to actually get out there. Because we went to the UK like 2 years ago, right? Just about 2 years ago, and it was our second tour as a band, and I still to this day swear we have more fans over there than we do here.
Isn't that weird how the music scene over there, like people just soak it up like a sponge?
Insane, yeah. Like everybody just listens to music as opposed to I listen to hardcore music or I listen to rock music. It seems here that people just find their little niche and don't really ever venture out of it. But yeah, over there they're incredible. Every crowd is just a moving ocean of people, and we had a blast over there.
What's the biggest crowd you've ever played to?
I want to say like over there, but I think some of the stuff like that one Richmond festival we did with like Boys Like Girls and Good Charlotte, I think was like 8,000.
Yeah, we played an outdoor festival in our hometown of Richmond called what was it? Well, it was a tour, but they made
it was like it was Boys Like Girls, Good Charlotte, Metro Station, and the Main. And then like us, and I think they were like said it was like 7,000 or 8,000. So that was huge, and then other stuff we did, like we were just talking about the UK with Paramore and Newfound Glory. It was like 5,000 in London. That was like
every night 5,000.
Yeah, it's
and it being our second tour, like our first tour was like this little self-book thing, and we were
50
playing
people
for
a night if we're
50.
lucky.
And then goes like right to 5,000 people. I remember that. Like the first 2 dates were in Manchester, and there's a curtain, of course, and we're standing behind the curtain, and it rises right before you play, and we're like, oh my God! Like,
were you shocked?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like we actually have to do this.
Yeah.
Like shit. But no, we had a blast over there.
Do you find that like more people that there are in the crowd, the more energy you get on stage?
Absolutely. Oh, we definitely
it's
feel
easier
off the crowd.
that way too. Like we've played shows when there's 10 people there, and it's awkward. Like you get like you're like looking them in the eyes, and you see every like judgmental like look they're giving you. But then if like
their arms.
but then there's like a big crowd, like even like tonight, like pretty big crowd, and like you're able to just kind of like look out and see like a sea of people. And it's almost easier in a way, and then they you kind of feed off that too. You can get them to be a part of the show a lot easier than like, oh, me and my 2 friends here don't give a crap about your band. I'm not putting my hands up. But then like there's a ton of people out there. It's easier to get everything moving.
Absolutely,
and have a good
because
time.
we're still very much a young band, and we would much rather that small packed room rather than a big like kind of empty room almost. But we love house shows. We love just definitely being in the face, and the crowd's our battery. So.
So where did this tour start, and how many dates did you have, and where is it going to end up?
Started in Dallas about a week ago, and it is going everywhere, and it's never going to end. When they gave us our laminates, like it's a long tour. It's like at least 6 weeks, 6 to 7. I was like, and it's a full U.S. run. We get a lot in there, which we're stoked about. But then like all of us on the tour, like talking with the other bands, we got our laminates, and I was like, they broke this up into months. It's like it has March, April, May. I was like, we're never going home.
Yeah. Just that added effect. You're like,
great.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we couldn't be happier. Like this tour so far, it was only a weekend, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
All the bands have been cool. Like everybody's a little different, I think, stylistically, but everybody's really down to earth, nice people, and so we've been having fun. So I can only imagine a month from now we'll be even closer and having a great time. So it'll be fun.
Absolutely.
How do you guys find, or how do you get your stamina for that many shows? How do you keep up your stamina?
Oh, wow. Well,
vitamins.
Yeah, lots of vitamins. I know when we're home, we're a very, very physically active band. We all go to the gym and, run and everything. We tried to make a pact that we would only take 2 shots a day.
No beer.
Yeah.
A maximum of 2 liquor, drinks, or shots,
Yeah.
whatever, a day.
And that lasted.
Unless we had a day off.
That lasted till the second day. But, I mean, hey.
But we are doing better.
We're doing
Honestly,
better.
like,
Yeah.
Any other tour, we're like eating, the crappiest, like McDonald's and
Yeah.
whatever. We've been eating a lot better this tour,
Yeah.
and we're not, we're taking care of ourselves for sure. And we've been actually having like group workouts. As lame as that sounds, and
It's
as
awesome.
funny as it looks when someone drives by and sees like 7 shirtless dudes in the sun, that's what we got to do. We got nowhere else to do it. We do it in a Walmart parking lot or something. I was like, what the hell's going on over there?
So we just got to work on getting the sleep now.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the toughest thing. But,
Out west it's hard, but once we start to make our way back east, it'll get a little easier, and I'm sure we'll be
Yeah.
no problem at all. So.
Well, I have 2 suggestions. When you're working out, you guys should wear fluorescent headbands and little and then also melatonin is really good to help you sleep. So it's really natural and all that other stuff. But anyways,
Scope that out.
yeah. So what local bands from Richmond, Virginia that you guys really like that's up and coming maybe, or something, or like a band you're listening to now, maybe that maybe not from your hometown, but.
Well, we're really good friends with our friends in Life on Repeat, who are not far from us. They're from Maryland.
Yeah.
And
homie.
yeah, I mean they're not far from us. We've been friends with them for a while, and they're just now getting their full length is going to be coming out in June on Equal Vision. So it's absolutely amazing record. They're so talented, so underrated, and I can't wait for them to really kind of be able to get out there and push some more, because they're such a talented band.
Absolutely. We played our first date out on this tour actually with a band called Kinkador from Nashville, and they were fantastic. They blew us away because it was like an off date. It was before we actually jumped on this tour.
Wow, you guys are working even before you work.
Yeah, well, we had to. Yeah,
trying to drive a little bit.
Yeah, trying to get into the rhythm, so to speak. But Kinkador from Nashville, they're incredible. Who else? Savannah.
Yes, Savannah.
Savannah from Orlando, Florida. They're good friends of ours from Richmond. Incredible piano rock stuff. It's cool. I don't know.
The Material.
The Material. Yeah. Very, very cool.
I don't know. There's a lot. I feel like right when I'm walk away from this and be like, dude, we didn't say so and so.
Yeah, I know.
It always happens like
When you
that.
put on the spot, you're like,
in case there's any of our friends watching this and they're bummed out, why didn't they say us? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry.
We love everybody.
Next interview.
Yeah.
We'll remember next time.
What's your favorite song to play when you're up on stage?
That's tough.
I think.
Go for it.
All right.
You got it.
I think mine is gonna be Natural Competition.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
So alike.
Yeah.
It's just a really fun, energetic song to play. It's easy to get the crowd going with you, and
It's got a drivey chorus.
Yeah.
You can always see the kids kind of moving in unison with that.
It's a fun song.
Yeah.
Where did you record the album?
We recorded it in Baltimore, Maryland, at Valencia Recording with a producer named Paul Levitt. He's actually anything that we've put out, before we put out our full length, we put out a couple ourselves, and he recorded all of them. So finally, when we signed with the label and were able to do a proper full length, we're like, we should go back to Paul. He knows us better than anybody else, and he's done all spectrum of stuff, small local bands up to All Time Low, The Dangerous Summer, Census Fail. He's done a lot of cool stuff. So he's our dude. We hate him. Yeah, but we love him.
Love to hate him.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
We love him.
Sweet. What band would you want to share the stage with that you haven't yet already?
Wow.
Well, I feel like there's so many you could say, but for me, it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm like head over heels for Thrice is my favorite band ever. Anybody that knows me well knows I'm totally gay for Thrice. And I even our tour manager for the whole package on this tour has tour managed Thrice before, and I geeked out on him. Dude, they're my favorite band.
When we heard his list of who he's done, we were like,
dude, those are all my favorites.
Come on, yeah, Thrice, brand new. Who else? He did
Census Fail. He's done tons. I mean, so mine would definitely be. I know they're much older than us. It's definitely my most influential band. Is got to be Thrice for me. So
tell me about your label.
they're awesome.
Yeah, no, they're
metal.
called they're called Good Fight Music. They're basically the masterminds behind a previous label called Ferret Music, and I was actually in a metal band on Ferret Music. So that's how I met the head of the label. His name is Carl Severson, and as soon as I left, well, the band was called Scarlet on Ferret. As soon as I left that band, I guess he had been keeping up with what I've been doing, and we got an email out of the blue one day, and it was Carl, and he's like, "Hey, I really like what you're doing with Conditions. Would you be down for a talk to see if Ferret, because it was Ferret at that time, if Ferret could be part of what you're doing?" And we were like, "Yeah, of course." We wanted to hear everybody out, and emails turned to phone calls, and phone calls turned to the contract, and we're stoked.
They along the way kind of walked away from Ferret and started the brand new thing with Good Fight.
Yeah.
And they're actually, I mean, at the time was a pretty bad thing for them, but they're so stoked with Good Fight, and we just love them as people. It was more like a family sort of connection rather than, I mean, there was various labels that we had talked to, but, sometimes along the way I just either got a bad vibe or like, these guys are cool, but like, I feel like they don't really genuinely like care. Like, we're just another band.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's kind of how it works. Is how the industry is. But that's why we held out from signing for so long, is that we didn't want to just sign with somebody and be like a year later, but I'm like, damn it, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So with Good Fight, they're 100% behind us. Talk to them like almost every day. They genuinely care, and business aside, we feel like we go and hang out with them and be like brothers or something. They're just awesome.
Yeah, like we wanted to, when we made this band, we wanted to make sure that we brought all the mistakes from previous bands along with us, learned from that, and do everything right this time. So, like you said, above everybody else who kind of courted us, they made the best impression.
They're giving the good fight.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. So tell me what advice you would give a young musician going out, like maybe on tour for his first time, or what advice would you give a new musician?
We love this question because, we've been playing music for a while, and we've kind of noticed that the focus of music is going further. I'm trying to be nice here, going away from playing the music and actually believing in what you're doing, and going more towards, let's do it for fame, let's do it to impress a girl, let's do it to do something like that. And it's just so frustrating to see all these young bands come out and some of them actually having some good music but refusing to tour and actually break their backs because they want a label or they want a manager first, and that just blows our minds, because we have believed in work from day one, because that's how it was when we were growing up, and that's how it should be. Music should not, there's a difference between, easy listening and something with a message, but whatever it is, it should mean something. It should have feeling, and it should be believed in by the band first. And I always, like to tell people that as soon as these kids are gonna, as soon as they stop listening to music with their eyes and their crotch and start listening with their ears and their heart again, the music business is gonna be awesome again.
Yeah.
So
and the internet has been the best and worst thing at the same time. I've heard of bands that we started the band, but we took pictures and we started the MySpace page. We haven't practiced yet though. I'm like, oh, we want to get to 1,000 followers before we play our first show. I'm just like, dude, you're a joke. And I'm not trying to be a dick about that. You should, I remember, you start a band, you play in a band, practice in the garage, go play a show, play all over your hometown and wear it out until you have a following, and then start to branch out. Your internet page should come second, You should focus on, one, writing songs, and two, being able to play them live without the dreaded auto-tune or all the garbage that's out there these days. Just be a real band, just try to attempt to be like it used to be,
Yeah. No, go for it.
I was going to say, going with that, being on tour and seeing a bunch of really cool things and funny things, what is the funniest thing you've ever seen, or a prank or something backstage that you could talk about that you've seen on tour?
Well, I can start here with an embarrassing moment. Well, I sing in the band, and I've been known to lose my voice quite easily. I lost my voice in front of, 5,000-6,000 people in Nashville once. We were playing a show with Paramore and T-Pain. It was a radio show in Nashville. Festival. And I just lost my voice. It was the most embarrassing thing ever, but I could finally laugh about that. I've done it multiple times.
Keeping
But-
the stories about Brandon being embarrassing
Okay.
going, he has a tendency to fall on stage
Oh my
or
God.
off stage a lot.
Yeah.
There was one time we played, it was like us, Verse I Merge, There for Tomorrow, and Red Jumpsuit Apparatus in Kentucky. And I remember we're like, at the time, like our intro was just kind of like a big open hit, like, you know, make some noise and get ready to go into this first song like intensely. We're all like getting ready. He's like, "What's up, guys?" And he comes out. He like slips on something like on the monitor, kicks this monitor like into this little girl in the front row, falls backwards, like knocks over a cymbal right when Ryan's about to click it off, and we just had to stop. We just be like, we're
everything.
sorry, that was embarrassing. We just let's try this again.
And there was a YouTube video that surfaced of the little girl's perspective. She's got a camera. Obviously, this monitor just
in
comes
the face.
We were like, oh my gosh. Hey, rock and roll, right? Yeah.
Did you guys like give her a signed anything afterwards, like autograph something for her, or give her a big hug, or?
Ever meet her?
I think she did come up at that merch table, and I was apologizing profusely.
Yeah, we at least hugged her and
Yeah.
said, "Thanks for being a good
I think
sport.
I also commented
Sorry."
on her YouTube video. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Like, you know, free guesses for life. You know, sorry.
Well, that's the part of like learning too, though, is that when you go through those experiences and everything like that, you just got to keep going, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
You
so
do.
kids keep going. That's part of the hard work.
No matter what happens.
Yeah. So, is there anything you want to tell your fans?
Just a huge thank you. I mean, I can genuinely feel like we're growing a little bit more every day, slowly, and we're so thankful for it. And for the people that have been there since day one, our first demo or whatever, thank you. And for everybody that's coming out new, and maybe some new people that are on this tour that wouldn't have otherwise listened to us, you know, welcome, and hopefully you stick around, and we appreciate it.
Right. Absolutely.
Great. And also, what does the future have to hold for Conditions?
We're going to be touring our butts off throughout the rest of the year as much as we can, and hopefully got some good things working behind the scenes. We're trying to get a little bit of a radio push here with one of our singles, so hopefully that goes over well. And then, just going to try to push through the road through the rest of the year, and then maybe next year we'll start working on a new record.
Sweet.
Yeah, and of course, we're trying to get overseas again too.
Yes.
UK, Australia. We've been, getting a lot of interest there, and it's really cool seeing our, I guess, back to the internet thing, seeing a bunch of people from Australia and the UK. Like Australia being like, hey, when are you gonna get out here? UK, hey, when are you gonna get back? So we're gonna try and get back there. It's definitely high on our priority list. So just gonna stay busy, keep going.
Sweet. Tell everybody where they can find you on the internet.
Our website is conditionsofficial.com, or people are way into Facebook right now because MySpace is not very popular anymore.
Yeah.
So facebook.com/conditionsband, and same for Twitter. We run all this stuff ourselves, actually.
Yeah.
Anybody ever responds from the Conditions Facebook or Twitter, that's probably
us.
me or Brandon.
Yeah.
People have been appreciative of that, because a lot of people are just like, oh, it's some dude in an office, whatever. But it's generally us on our phones and whatever. So yeah, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, and hope to see somebody at a show soon.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for the interview, and I hope to see you guys around here again soon. And have a good tour for the rest of the tour. You're very, very welcome.